FCT Minister Wike risked jail sentence over alleged contempt of court. Oh boy, so what is happening here? Wike is somebody that has lived to a point that, even when he's facing an adverse situation, greater number of Nigerians will be happier than some Nigerians, than those that will be happy with him, that will be, feel sorry for him. So because of the life he's living and the way he has, been politically for a while now, since he has been governor of Rivers State and now the FCT minister. Okay, so what contempt of court is this? We need to understand. An Abuja High Court has threatened to commit the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, to prison for alleged contempt of court order. Also threatened with the same order is the Director of Federal Capital Development Authority, Mukhtar Galadima, who was also said to have violated the same court order. So the suit number FCT HC 1718-2019 was instituted by the claimant McGean International Enterprises Limited against Tob Association Limited and Theophilus Obani as a defendant, applicants, as well as against the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and Federal Capital Development Authority, FCTA, FCDA, represented by Mukhtar Galadima as defendants contemnors. So in the Form 48 of the court paper titled Notice of the Consequences of Disobedience to Court Pursuant to Order 9, Rule 13 of the Sheriffs and Civil Process Act, SCAP 551 LFN 2004, issued on April 1, 2024, the defendants were warned to obey the court order. Similarly, in the Form 49, the defendant was also put on notice that they will have to show cause why order of attachment should not be made, brought pursuant to Order 9, Rule 13 of the Sheriffs and Civil Process Act. So as the case comes up on Wednesday for hearing, which is today, the defendants' applicants are expected to apply to the court for an order for committal to prison of the third and fourth defendant, contemnors, represented by Nyesom Wike and Mukhtar Galadima, for having disobeyed the order of this court made on the 18th day of October 2023, enjoining and restraining them from tampering with the rest of this matter pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. It reads, take notice that unless you obey the directions contained in the order of the Honorable Court made on the 18th of October 2023, you will be guilty of contempt of court and will be liable to be committed to prison. It could recall that few weeks after an estate worth about 10 billion naira was demolished in Abuja by the Federal Capital Territory, another estate worth 3 billion naira was on Friday demolished allegedly on the order of Wike in Maitama Hills, Mpape in Buhari Area Council of Abuja. The task force sent to demolish the estate refused journalists to have access to the estate, stating clearly it was directives from the FCT authorities. However, speaking to journalists, the manager of the estate that was under construction, Eze Innocent Okpara, said they started developing the estate around 2019 and it was at different stages of development before the demolition exercise. I'm surprised that the structure is being demolished. So it is Woodcrest Estate and they have refused us entrance. We wanted to see what they were actually doing, but they wouldn't allow us to see what is happening. But from what I am seeing from here, the structure we completed is on ground. They have demolished it. The carcasses, everything is down, and they will not allow us to remove anything. We have household materials, and we have chairs inside one of the units. The estate is 11,000 square meters in Mpape to Maitama Hills. Oh boy. So this exactly is about this demolition of property now that, the people had to go to court to to register their grievances, and the court said everybody should stay status quo. But unfortunately, Wike and his group failed to obey the court order, and they continued. I'm sure they continued demolishing, and that is why they are saying that, look, for disobeying the order of this court, you might be liable to go to jail. We might commit you to prison. Now, wow, this demolition they are doing, they have not told us what they are doing with the lands that they have recovered. Only God knows what they are doing. Some say, we can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. You have the power. After all, King Nebuchadnezzar did such. At the end, he got himself inside bush, unless there is no God of justice. Have you? So let Wike continue to do what he's doing. He might end up as King Nebuchadnezzar did. At the end of the day, King Nebuchadnezzar became a crawling animal in the bush. So that might be his case too, if his case is not taken. Some say it was a mistake and I will be corrected at the appropriate time. What mistake? Wike, go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Okay. It was a mistake and I'll be corrected at the appropriate time. What mistake is that? Sorry, sir, it was a mistake. Are you God? Why judging him? Wike, Mr. Land Grabber, what is good at the now wow. What is good at? He has taken all the land and property of state government in River State. Now is the turn of Abuja. Can you imagine? So he has taken all the lands in Lagos, in River State. Now he's taking the ones in Lagos. Okay. I don't say one day everything will be over. Not be lie. What is the use of jailing Wike? He has no shame. His personality is now whiskey, and nothing gets past whiskey to him. He will go to jail and come back. Send him to jail for life imprisonment. Somebody saying there. Okay. Something your father cancer is in level 15, Abi. Now they're insulting Biafra. This Wike, make him take a easy. All this demolition, it is to relocate the properties back to themselves. So reallocate, exactly. It will reallocate the properties back to themselves. That is exactly what is happening. All the property that they have been demolishing, we don't know what they have done with the land. Whether they have shared it, have they given it back to government? Is government allocating it to who? We don't know. What is the documentation now? We don't know. The demolition. Wow. So the entire country allowing Wike destroying our common heritages. Nobody want to order the rascality of Wike to order. Okay, to call it to order until it will generate and affect deep to the entire federation. When Fulanis were doing their evil acts in Benue State, nobody condemned it. Today, it has spread across the federation. Wike has to be dealt with in order not to put this country into war. His teach in time saves 9. Okay. And someone say, can you see it? The land that Buhari allocated to Southeasterners to develop is suddenly being demolished by jealous drunkard. Can you imagine? Please, we don't want all this problem. Let's move our country forward. He can't move country forward under this kind of leadership. That is the truth. Somebody say, who will jail the criminal? If they will jail him, election tribunal and courts wouldn't have gone the way it did. Can you imagine? God will help us in this country. I'll tell you the truth. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment.